7-3. Let's start with the goals scored. Happy with 7, or do you think we could have had even more?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I think a key message to the players over the recent weeks has been actually we need to be a little bit more ruthless and a little bit more clinical. And in recent games, I'll go back to sort of Sittingbourne, Ashford, Chichester, the Hive game. We've been creating, a hatful of chances and not necessarily been taking them, which has been disappointing and sometimes has left us quite vulnerable. And the message this week really to the players has actually been we need to be a little bit more clinical. And in the first half, although we scored 3, actually there was 5 other decent chances that we didn't take. So although yes, absolutely delighted to score that many goals, but there's still work to do, and we're always ambitious in moving forward and improving. I think what's most pleasing is the likes of Brad's coming in. He's really settled into our side now. His return now in a couple of goals. Wisso coming up at the end there and scoring a goal. Jake, he's just improving game in, game out, and he's managed to get a hat-trick today. I think it's his first hat-trick for a few years, so I know that will do him the world of good, and 3 very decent finishes. So no, really, really pleased with obviously scoring 7. And we're missing Warren. At this moment in time, Warren's out injured, and we know the quality Warren's got. He's our highest goal scorer. I think he's actually the highest goal scorer in the league at the moment, and we know that bringing Warren back will again add to our front line as such.
Has Jake asked to go on penalties now?
Well, I think there's going to be a few questions. I know that Richie missed one unfortunately against Ashford, and missed today. But these things happen. I think if you're brave enough to step up and take it, these things do happen. But fortunately, it's not come back to bite us at this time. But I keep saying to the players, I said one day it's going to. One day it's going to. If you don't take your chances, from me as a defensive point of view is, if you don't take your chances, you leave yourself open and vulnerable, and there'll be a time will come that we'll be sat in that changing room, disappointed that we hadn't have scored the penalty, converted that shot, converted that good chance. So yeah, that'll be the message we continue to drill home to the boys.
And I suppose one of the other things you will do is look at them 3 goals conceded and go back to the training field on Tuesday and address that.
Yeah, it's disappointing. It's disappointing, Lee. Tonight's and this afternoon after the game's not the time or the place to really do that. The boys are obviously jubilant. Another 3 points. Enjoyable game to play and an enjoyable game for the supporters. So yeah, today's not the right time to do it. But during the week we'll start to unpick those, and we need to tighten up and things like that. We need to obviously be ruthless, which we have been today. But yeah, good teams, high performing teams, go in and win that sort of with a clean sheet, as we have done last couple of games. The Chichester game, the Hive game, we've been really solid and short at the back, and yeah, to concede 3 at home is disappointing, of course it is, but in any performance there's always room for improvement.
When you're on a run like we are, you're always going to get clubs coming or certainly interested in your players. One of them, I believe, was Aidan during the week.
Yeah, it's amazingly, because we've got some incredible players here. Players sort of early in their careers, sort of 18, 19, 20, and then we've got players who have sort of, I would say, in between sort of 20 to 25 years, sort of like who are hungry for success, but have played, I'd say, 50, 100, 150 games at this level, so sort of gaining experience about what this level's about. So we've got a really good mix of players, and yes, this week we've had an approach from another team in the league for Aidan, and I truly believe that Aidan's one of the best keepers at this level and above. But the message here is clear: is Aidan's obviously shown his loyalty to Sheffield United. He's been offered an incredible, lucrative offer to go elsewhere, and actually his belief, his loyalty is with Sheffield United. And I think for us as a management team, for us as players, for us as fans of the club and committee of the club, it's incredible and testing to the good work which goes on behind the scenes, the good work which goes on the field. And actually, Aidan's turned around and said, "No, I want to be here. I want to be at Sheffield United." And fair play to him, and credit goes where credit's due. So yeah, we're absolutely delighted that Aidan has turned that incredible offer down and to decide to stay with us. So yeah, we're looking forward to working with Aidan for the remainder of the season.
And on the squad movement front, are you still looking to maybe add or review the squad?
Yeah, I think a key part of leadership and a key part of management is sometimes you're reflective when things are sometimes going better. And I think what sometimes happens is, when things don't go so well, maybe you draw a few or you lose a few, you're hugely self-reflective, and you're beating yourself up, and you're sort of analysing every little minor detail. And that's when managers or coaches or whoever will go and sign players and go on the lookout for players. But I think what we need to do now is, over the next couple of weeks, is start to freshen things up again. It obviously keeps everyone on their toes as well, and it keeps everyone motivated and performing well. So it's a responsibility of the coaching and management team to take it to the next level once more. And if there's a couple of players out there that we can bring in to freshen things up, we'll certainly be looking to. And I think over the next couple of weeks we're hoping to do that. So yeah, we're always looking to improve and in strengthening certain areas, and I'm confident that we look to improve on where we are at the moment.
So 5 wins from 5. We're travelling to Corinthian next Saturday. By all means, that's going to be an absolute tough game. We only won 1-0 against them here, and obviously they got a really good result last night. So are you expecting that to be a hell of a fight?
Yeah, and yes, we're on a decent run at the moment. We can't beat around the bush on that one. We're really pleased with our progress over the last 4 or 5 weeks. We've started to really gel together, and the team have really come together and sort of demonstrating all of the good work which has gone off the field, the training sessions and all of that. So we're really proud of where we are, really pleased with the progress, but that's not a reason to stop preparing in the manner that we have. So I've played against Corinthian teams for years, and I know how strong they'll be, I know how organised they'll be, and I think it's fair to say that the Corinthian team that we played here earlier on this season is not a reflection of where they are in the league. I know the manager well, I know some of their players well, and I know they've got a really, really good, decent team. And what they do there, they fight for everything, they work hard, they're well organised, and I'm really confident that the second half of the season they're going to go on and pick up points from various teams. And you know what, it doesn't. Some people might have looked at that scoreline last night as a bit of a shock, but I know VCD are a very good side as well, but Corinthian have always got that in them. They've always got that in them. They've got people who will score goals. They've got a solid back line, and I'm to no illusion that next Saturday is going to be one of the toughest games that we face this season.
And then finally, fans were really vocal again today, even to the point when young Bailey come on the sub. A message for them?
Yeah, you know what? I stood there. I think it was sort of 75 minutes, 80 minutes, and the game was fairly comfortable at that stage. And actually, just to observe and to hear and to sort of feel the warmth that the fans are giving the players at that stage is quite incredible. So it's lovely to be part of, and it's really nice that we're able to sort of make a couple of substitutions and allow a couple of the younger lads, as in Frosty and Bailey, and obviously Jamal slightly older than that, to come in and play for some time without the pressure of necessarily keeping things tight and going on a scoring bags more goals, etc. But yeah, the fans have been incredible. It's been a tough time. It's been a tough time over the last sort of 2 or 3, 4 months, etc. And I think they've probably seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. I know there's obviously been a lot of goings on behind the scenes, and players coming in, players coming out, and it's always asked for good questions. But we know every decision's made with the intention of improving this football club and improving the performances of the team. So yeah, to see it and hear the fans today was just remarkable. So if I could urge and encourage as many of them to come to Corinthians next week, we'd be very, very grateful to see you there. We know it's going to be such a tough game for us, and fingers crossed we can go there and get another positive result.
Brilliant. Thanks, Jono.
Cheers, Lee. Thank you.